Hello friends, today's topic is about classification of amino acid. Previously we have seen the structure of amino acid. Now to understand this amino acid in detail, it is classified in a various category. So the detail of this classification of amino acid is discussed here. So first, this amino acid is classified under the various heading. So you have to remember over which heading this amino acid is classified. So first, that is based on the structure, whether it is aliphatic amino acid chain or aromatic amino acid chain. Otherwise, it is also categorized based on the alpha amino acid and non-alpha amino acid. So that is based on the structure. Based on the side chain, so some amino acid will be solubilized in the water, some will not be solubilized in the water. So that is characteristic based on the side chain present over the amino acid. So that is based on the side chain. Further, this amino acid will be metabolized in a different category. Some will be go in a particular glucose molecule formation, some will go in a ketone body formation. Based on that metabolism, it is categorized. Further, based on the nutritional requirement, some amino acid are very essential. They are the most important for our body growth or normal maintenance of the our health. This amino acid is most important. So based on that nutritional requirement, they are classified. So one by one, each classification we will look. So first, that is based on the structure. So this amino acid based on the structure, they are also further categorized in a different group. First one, that is aliphatic amino acid. Simple hydrocarbon chain is present. Now over this hydrocarbon chain, there is this one amino group and one carboxylic group containing amino acid. Further, it is containing one amino and two carboxylic groups, so monoamino dicarboxylic acid. Simple. What do you mean by mono? That is one. Di means two. So here one amino acid and two carboxylic acid is present. Further, some amino acid having a two amino group and one carboxylic group is present. Further, this based on the structure, aliphatic amino acid, second group, that is aromatic amino acid. Further, heterocyclic. Aromatic, it is containing benzene ring. Here not a benzene ring but cyclic ring structure is present in this amino acid, so it is called heterocyclic amino acid. Further, instead of this amino acid, that amino group is not amino acid, instead it is a amino acid. So here one particular amino acid, that is called an amino acid. So that also we will look in the classification. Apart from this all structural classification, some particular amino acid which are derived during the metabolism inside our body. So these amino acid, they are called a derived amino acid. They are further classified. So that all we will look in the classification of amino acid. So first, classification of amino acid based on the structure. So in this first, aliphatic amino acid, this aliphatic amino acid further classified in a monoamino monocarboxylic. So one amino group and one carboxylic group, two amino group and one carboxylic group, and two particular one amino group and two carboxylic group. So first, that is monoamino monocarboxylic. They are further categorized in a 5 different group: simple, branch, hydroxyl group, sulfur containing, and amide group. Simple means there is a no extra group is present. Branch, in the aliphatic particular chain, there is a branch is developed, so that is called branch chain amino acid. Hydroxyl group means OH group is present in that amino acid. Sulfur containing, in this particular amino acid, that is containing sulfur molecule, so that is called sulfur containing amino acid. Amide group, that is CONH, that is CONH2 group, that is called amide group, and that group is present in this amino acid. Now in detail of this particular amino acid structure classification that we will look. So aliphatic amino acid, monoamino monocarboxylic, simple, that is called glycine and alanine. So here we will look about the structure. So that already we have seen that alpha carbon over that amino group and carboxylic group is present, so it is simply amino acid. But over this R side, that is hydrogen is present, so it is simple glycine amino acid. Over this R group, CH3 group is present, then it is called a alanine. For the branch chain amino acid, so there is a branch in this aliphatic chain, hydrocarbon chain, so it is called branch chain amino acid. So previously to glycine and alanine, they are the simple. For the branch chain amino acid, they are the valine, leucine, and isoleucine. These three are the branch chain amino acids. So total 5: glycine, alanine, simple amino acid, valine, leucine, and isoleucine. These three are the branch chain amino acid. Further, hydroxyl group containing amino acid. So there is a OH group. OH, that is hydroxyl group, is present in this amino acid. They are the serine and threonine. So serine, threonine are the hydroxyl group containing amino acid. Further, sulfur containing amino acid, so that is sulfur molecule is present, SH group is present, so that is cysteine and methionine. But here you have to remember cysteine, that is free SH group is present, but here sulfur, that is in between two carbon atom, so that is cysteine and methionine. These two are the sulfur containing amino acid. Further, amide group containing amino acid, so that is CONH2, that is present in this amino acid, so that is asparagine and glutamine. So total 5 group in this monoamino monocarboxylic. First we are starting from the simple amino acid, branch chain, sulfur containing, hydroxyl group containing and amide group containing. Simple, that is glycine alanine, then branch chain, that is valine, leucine and isoleucine, then hydroxyl group containing serine and threonine, sulfur containing cysteine and methionine, and amide group containing, that is asparagine and glutamine. So in this simple particular aliphatic amino acid, there are total 11 amino acid is present. Further, in this aliphatic second group, that is monoamino dicarboxylic acid, which is containing aspartic acid and glutamic acid. Here interesting is that there is an additional carboxylic group is present, so it is more negatively charged as compared to the any other amino acid. So these two, aspartic acid and glutamic acid, that is another name, that is aspartate and glutamate. These two are the monoamino dicarboxylic. Dicarboxylic means two carboxylic group is present, so that is another category in this particular aliphatic amino acid. One more group, that is dibasic, means two amino group and one carboxylic group is present, that is lysine and arginine. So this lysine and arginine, there is another amino group is present, so that is lysine and arginine. Now sometime question is will be asked, which amino acid is the most basic? Here that you have to remember that arginine, because it have a two amino group in this structure of the extra amino acid. So this dibasic monocarboxylic, among these, that most basic amino acid, that is the arginine. Further, that amino acid based on the particular aliphatic, that is finished, that is categorized in monoamino monocarboxylic, monoamino dicarboxylic, dibasic monocarboxylic. Further, aromatic amino acid, that is phenylalanine and tyrosine. Aromatic group means there is a benzene ring is present, so that is phenylalanine. Now another benzene ring, that is not a benzene but it a phenol group. Phenol group is present, that is in the tyrosine. So these two are the aromatic amino acid. Further, heterocyclic, there is not a particular ring structure, not a particular 6 carbon ring structure same as a benzene, but another ring structure that is present, and that is making this amino acid heterocyclic. So that is tryptophan and histidine. You have to remember these two, tryptophan and histidine, are the heterocyclic amino acid. Now lastly, that amino acid, that is particular not a amino acid but amino acid. What about the definition of amino acid? Over the alpha carbon, both the group, amino group and carboxylic group is present, but in this amino acid we will look in the structure, not over the same carbon that amino group and carboxylic group is present. This amino group is present, carboxylic group is present, so it is under the category of this amino acid, but not over the same carbon, so it is called a amino acid. So that is, you have to remember proline, and this group of this proline, that is called a pyrrolidine group. Pyrrolidine group of the amino acid proline. So that is about the main classification based on the structure. First one, that is aliphatic, second that is aromatic, then further it is classified, that is amino acid, and that lastly derived amino acid. So particular found in the protein, some of the amino acid are modified after synthesis, like hydroxylysine and hydroxyproline. So that already we have seen that lysine and proline, that is amino acid, that already we have seen that. Over this proline, further one more hydroxyl group is attached, so it is particular change in the structure of this amino acid. So they are the found in the protein. So derived amino acid, over this amino acid one particular molecule is added and it is converted into a specialized structure, so that is hydroxyproline, same as a hydroxylysine, and they are important in a one particular protein, that is called a collagen. Further, in this derived amino acid, gamma carboxylation of glutamic acid residue of protein is important for the clotting process. Further, ribosomal protein and in histone, amino acid are extensively methylated and acetylated. That all detail you will learn in a molecular biology, but at present you have to remember that over this amino acid further group is added, and that is also called post translational modification, and they are called a derived amino acid, which are also found particularly in the protein. Now this here the structure already you are knowing the structure of the proline. Over that extra hydroxyl group is added, and so it is called hydroxyproline. So over the fourth carbon it is added, so it is written as a 4-hydroxyproline. Now 5-hydroxylysine. So over the fifth carbon there is a hydroxyl group is added, so it is called hydroxylysine. You don't have to remember this particular structure, fourth or fifth, that particular over which carbon, you don't have to draw this particular structure, but you have to remember 4-hydroxyproline and 5-hydroxylysine. For the gamma carboxyl glutamic acid, simple, you can remember that alpha carbon over which amino group and carboxylic is attached, so alpha, beta and gamma. So over the gamma carbon, that carboxylic group is attached, that is COOH, so that is called a gamma carboxyglutamate or glutamic acid. So these three are particular derived amino acid which are found in the protein. Now further, some amino acid which are not found in protein but they are present in the cell, so they are found free in the cell, and mostly they are derived most under the metabolism of the some particular amino acid. They are classified as a ornithine, particular they are most important example, that is ornithine, citrulline and homocysteine. Now these two, ornithine and citrulline, that is found in a urea cycle, while homocysteine, that is part of the sulfur containing amino acid metabolism. So they are produced during the metabolism of the amino acid. Now for the thyroxine may be considered as a derived from the tyrosine. So thyroxine hormone, that is mostly derived from the tyrosine amino acid. So that all about the particular derived amino acid. In this derived amino acid, further there is a non-alpha amino acid. So that is GABA. That is not a gamma carboxylation of glutamic acid, that is different. Here GABA, that is gamma amino butyric acid. So here that word, that is gamma, so that amino group is present over the gamma carbon, so that is gamma amino butyric acid, which is derived from the further this glutamic acid or glutamate amino acid. So here over this particular gamma carbon, particular carboxylic group is added. So sorry, over this gamma carbon there is a amino group is added, so that is gamma amino butyric acid, that is called simply GABA. Further, one more non-alpha amino acid, that is beta alanine. So here amino group is present over the beta position, so that name is given beta alanine, and that is one of the important part of the pantothenic acid or the coenzyme A. That pantothenic acid, that is vitamin B5. So you have to remember this particular derived amino acid. Now briefly we will look about the classification of this amino acid based on the structure. First, based on the aliphatic amino acid, that is monoamino monocarboxylic acid. So here simple amino acid, branch chain amino acid, for the hydroxyl group containing amino acid, sulfur containing amino acid and amide group containing amino acid. Now these amino acid are sometimes identified as a single letter, simple G for the glycine, A for the alanine. Branch chain amino acid, you have to remember valine, leucine, isoleucine. Hydroxyl group containing amino acid, serine and threonine. Sulfur containing amino acid, cysteine and methionine. So further up to here, all amino acid are written as single letter, starting letter of that particular amino acid, but some particular amide group, they are the asparagine and glutamine. Now that asparagine, that is already A is given to the alanine, so asparagine instead of A it is given second letter, that is asparagine, that is N is given. In that name of this asparagine, N is present, so name alphabet to identify this asparagine, that is N. Then glutamine, that is given name particular Q. So based on that single letter, they are also identified. Now monoamino dicarboxylic, they are the aspartic acid and glutamic acid. Aspartic acid near to A, that letter D, so letter D is and particular allotted to the aspartic acid. Next, that is glutamic acid, that is particular letter allotted E. Further, dibasic monocarboxylic acid, that is arginine and lysine. Arginine, for the arginine AR, that is R letter is denoted to the particular arginine, K for the lysine. L next to L, that is K, so K is denoted for the lysine. Further, aromatic amino acid, these are the two, you have to remember phenylalanine. So sometime phenyl, that is also we can write from the F, so F letter is denoted particular to the phenylalanine. For the tyrosine, Y next to the T, that is Y, so Y letter is denoted to the tyrosine. Further, heterocyclic amino acid, W, particular W you have to remember for the tryptophan, and H for the histidine. So heterocyclic amino acid, tryptophan and histidine. amino acid, that is simple one, that is proline. So these all are the 20 amino acid. So that particular classification based on the structure you have to remember. Lastly, further one more classification in this structure, derived amino acid. So this derived amino acid, that is categorized in a three: found in the protein, not found in the protein, and further non-alpha amino acid. So found in the protein means they are particular amino acid present in protein, but they are modified. So example, that is hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine. Now not found in protein means they are the derived when there is a metabolism of this particular amino acid is occurring. Ornithine, citrulline, homocysteine, they are the example of the derived amino acid not found in the protein. And lastly, non-alpha amino acid. So here you have to remember particular GABA, that is gamma amino butyric acid, and beta alanine, which is a part of the vitamin B5 pantothenic acid. So that is about the derived amino acid. So that is whole classification of amino acid based on the structure.